In this box is the first of probably many models to review by Fanhome. But I'm already a little bit, disappointed. Hi guys, Ralph here. This is the first of the Fanhome official Starship collection model and magazine review. Hopefully there's a magazine in here anyway. This carries on from where Eaglemoss left off. They're basically going through a lot of the ships from Picard series. I did a video last year when they announced when they were doing this, and I basically went onto the site, booked straight away. I won the collection, and then it came around to actual date to be sent. I was, excuse me, but where is my my model? Oh, we think you've got a problem. It hasn't put on a system. So I was straight away iffy about that. But I've been watching other people doing the reviews and doing the things and seeing how this actually looks. And to be honest, I'm actually impressed with the way it looks. I'm just not impressed the way that before it's opened, Yodel, I got a message from Yodel, this was over a week ago, saying here's the number, it's going to be dispatched. And then 2 days ago, it finally got to Yodel. So whether or not Fanhome bothered sending them or not, or whether or not it's gone from Europe to come into the country, and that was the only thing for it goes into the UK, and that's when that tracking starts, even though the number's already assigned to it. I don't know. So let's see whether or not the box is any good, or if there's any packing inside. No, not a single bit of packing, and that's my receipt. So I think we might have got away with it being upside down. I'm dreading this for a few reasons. One, because it's a collector's guide. Hooray! I have subscribed to this, so every month it'll be coming through. Hooray! There's a book which looks like it's been chewed up. The journey begins here, Starship. So, quality-wise, I'm not expecting too much. So let's have a look at the Starship begins. Dear fan collector, there's nothing on there which tells you what and where, and if you want to send something to me, off you go. That is disappointing. For a collector's magazine, that's disappointing. The collector's guide itself comes with, this is what's coming soon. They've got the Dauntless from Prodigy, even the Protostar from Prodigy, the Eaglemoss. They have only just announced that, well, I think somebody actually mentioned that these are a 20 issue set, including the XLs, but they're extending it. But I don't 100% believe that's right. If they're going to do 20 issues, fine. But there is 20 issues, and there's a special at the end, the Eves, which is what I desperately want. So, yes, get right at the end, you get the USS Eves. So it is a 20 issue. You get the free, you get the free, you get the free, you get the free, you get the USS Eves, which is the Pathfinder class. I assume there's a Pathfinder class already in there anyway. So let's have a quick look in. We'll do the same sort of dodgy review of the book. Oh, it's terrible, absolutely terrible. Like I said, for a collector's book, I don't know. That is just wrong. So it's a Constitution Class 3 for the USS Titan, NCC-80102. The cheat with this is going to be the Enterprise G. Oh, spoilers for a program that's been out for long enough. So we have, it's a lovely little ship. It's very reminiscent of the Constitution refit while not being anything like it. It looks so much like the Shangri-La class, if you play Star Trek Online, or like a lot of fan stuff. It's unreal how much it looks like the Shangri-La, but also trying to make it look, say, Constitution 2. It shouldn't have been. It should have been a Shangri-La 2. Or something equivalent to. Why Discovery Constitution 3, I'll never know. So, even though Constitutions technically had more than 3, now we're looking at the 2 of the Strange New Worlds variants. Yeah. Bill Krause's book, the one there from, is it Postcards of Krause? Krause's model, Doug Drexler built a new CGI. Thank you, Doug. But that is very much Shangri-La. Guarantee Shangri-La. Look at that. I would love that ship. Shangri-La, yeah. It looks absolutely immense. I do have that in Star Trek Online. I did buy that, but put a skin over for the Enterprise A, with my own name on it. So yes, nice. Shows some nice production pictures with the wrong registry, obviously, but that's a Doug Drexler's one. Happy, done. Apart from the magazine being a bit... The box for this is done. Now, I hate labels. I hate stickers. And I know some people say heat it up. Some people say use Goo Gone. Some people say use isopropyl. Well, I know isopropyl not a good thing either way. So I will probably from now on, because these will come new, these are not coming from eBay. I would have liked to have, because there are some of these that are going for really cheap, mainly the Eaglemoss and the Shrike, which aren't Starships. I know, I'm grasping at a straw there, but a Starship for me is Federation. I've done exactly the same I used to do on the Eaglemoss. Pulled it off in one piece, but brought up this little part of the cardboard there. Always a pain in the bum. So let's have a look. The usual artwork. Well, not usual because I haven't actually seen none of these before. Absolutely amazing artwork. All the boxes are different for these. Very, very different. Fanhome. Nice over the top. Nice there. Nice sideways on its. And a lot of gubbins if you want to pause there and read everything. Now, so this is from Star Trek Picard. This is Series 3 from Star Trek Picard. I don't want to rip the corners there because I do want to collect these. Why would the magazine not go in there? Honestly, I know we got the section soon where you're supposed to get in binders, but apparently it turns out they're just standard little grubby little cardboard sleeve folder things. Okay, so we're copying exactly what Eaglemoss did. Well, not exactly, because they've got rid of the base numbers. Just each one of these does fit that specific ship. As always, I can't play bingo, so that's a shame. So let's have a look at the ship. It looks... Why does it look kind of red? I mean, I'm impressed with this, within the cells actually being attached. So, well done, yeah. But I always used to measure these on size-wise, because it was like the size of my hand. I've got an average size hand, which today is looking not bad. Yeah, so it was either the length or the width, but an XL model for Eaglemoss would be both. So this is almost an XL size. I know they're doing XLs for the Enterprise F, looking forward to that. The Enterprise G, and a couple of others further down the line. Detail-wise, apart from the big gaping massive gap on there, which looks like it could do a saucer section, so a saucer separation, I'm actually quite impressed. I don't know whether or not it's me or it looks a little bit reddish in the grey. There's a lot of, I'd love a ship that's actually properly Aztec'd, or whether or not it's brand new from the starbase. All this kind of weirdy sort of battle damage or dust damage, I'm not a fan of. I'm really not a fan of it. I'd rather have a ship that is just as it is, fresh out of the space dock. So the NCC-80102-A. I really do wish they wouldn't have done this as the Enterprise G. I really like the, oh, it's not the Odyssey, it's the Eclipse. No, it's not the Eclipse. Excalibur? Oh, there was a big, massive ship that they did for the fan base. So it looks very similar to the original Constitution refit. You've got the phaser banks on the side, the front on there, big bridge section there. I mean, this is a biggish small ship. The impulse engines on the back there, which look absolutely weird. And why won't they be coloured? Why won't they be clear plastic? So more impulse engines on the actual saucer. So we're going for the Enterprise B method of having too many impulse engines. Go in the back section on the neck. Go down here. Also a massive shuttle bay saying Titan. Okay, let's look on one of the nacelles. Can we get any? There we go. Registry number, I assume it says United Federation of Planets, but my eyes aren't that good. So we've got some clear part on the back there. Cool, and it's got some more blue clear part on the front. It does, but doesn't give the effect that it's actually active. But it's a nice touch to get some colour in, and some, like with the bursar collector, get a bit of movement inside. You could technically maybe light this up if you got the guts to split this open, but you would never be able to put a cable down the pylon because it's just one piece. You'd ruin it completely by doing that. That's still a really nice touch. I mean, in the series, yeah, this was a good enough ship. We're all flying the Titan, and the captain gets killed. Another spoiler warning. But, yeah. Yeah, I would have preferred if that would have been clear. Well, I had these problems for a while. The impulse engine would have been clear instead of a lump of plastic that doesn't look like it's painted properly. So, let's go underneath. Back end here. Great, great. That's a kind of a modern day twist on the, I think it's the impulse or the warp drive ejection system, maybe more thrusters like there was on the back of this sloping section on the Enterprise A. Round to the deflector dish. That is clear. As you can see inside, inside it's probably just a piece of plastic that's holding something together anyway, but gives you the impression that there may be something behind there. We know there isn't. So and we have the Starfleet insignia. The neck section, it's a very slung down, hidden, hunched neck, so it gives it more protection. No idea what these are. Are they fans? Are they the impulse crystal are supposed to be on the top? Probably are. So more phase banks underneath. I don't know what these are. They're supposed to be transporter emitters. RCS thruster there. The windows that they've copied on the side here are almost the same configuration as the refit Enterprise. Nice alignment, actually. Yeah, that's not bad aligned, actually. Well done. You've done something that a little bit out, but not too much. Underneath, you've got exact copy of the Enterprise refits sensor dish, sensor array, even though it probably isn't in the 25th century. Yeah. It's like, yeah. All the stuff nowadays with them having a digital copy, the printers have no excuse to get it wrong. We had the stuff with Eaglemoss before, and they had trouble with a lot of the ships because there was no digital copy out there to copy from, so they had to make one from scratch. So hats off to Eaglemoss for doing that. But with all these are probably easy copy and paste sort of files for that, so they can make an exact replica of what you saw. I mean, you have to make parts for production and stuff like that. So this is one section, another section. The underneath here is another section. Top bit's a section here. The metal part obviously is, that's top section, there's metal. There's a line all the way around here, which that bottom section's plastic, so that's be metal as well. So that's not to class them as die cast, because that's metal. But if there was full die cast, these would be quite, you can't get the detail properly on die cast. You can do it really well with some of the markings on here, but it's not as good as doing it on a plastic. So it's 90%, it's not bad. So on my little review, see the reg number underneath there, I actually quite like this. Looking at it with normalised instead of zooming in through the lens there, it's actually not a bad display ship and a good size. This is one of the problems with Eaglemoss. I do have an Eaglemoss model next to me. We have a shuttlecraft from the original series, so this is probably half the size of what it would have been. Ooh, nearly broke it. Yeah, we've got a good size comparison to the Eaglemoss shuttles to what they're doing now, but this is the standard size, all being well. So yeah, let's expect to see better from them in future. And there's some good ships coming up very soon on my thing. At the moment, they're up to issue 9, and that's the Excelsior 2. Did see that in series 2 of Picard, and then just basically hammered the spam button towards Eaglemoss saying you have to do these ships. There's a massive flotilla of ships there. You have to do them all. And then not long afterwards they went bust. So it was all my fault. So yeah, it's a really good little, not bad little ship that. Yeah, it has got Constitution, it has got Shangri-La. But if I don't go on about it, then yes, I have to go on about it because that's my job. So anyway, with that in mind, thank you very much for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, follow me on social media, and I'll see you guys in another video. Unless you want to be a patron and help me out the channel, then I'll see you later. Bye for now.